Hello, I'm Kevin Grimes, CEO and Chief Investment Officer at Grimes & Company. I'm here with another installment of the Bitcoin Diaries. Today is January 23rd after the close. Housekeeping as always, this is not specific investment recommendation. For that, you should see an investment advisor. Goal of the piece here is to assist long-term investors with potentially good entry points for a long-term position in Bitcoin, which is a very volatile asset. Investments can lose money. Bitcoin can lose money. That being said, let's get right to it. This week is very similar to last week. Going through our regular setup, we generally talk about trends. What direction is Bitcoin trading in? Cycles. Is Bitcoin potentially ready to change direction? And then other technical analysis studies such as trading ranges, normal distributions, and of course, we always look at relative strength, RSI, which is a very common indicator in most charting packages that looks at today's strength or the current bar's strength relative to the last couple of weeks' highs and lows. So, without any further ado, let me share my screen. From a trending perspective, here in the middle yellow study, you can see that Bitcoin is in a negative trend. It's well off its lows as discussed last week. And from a cycling perspective, the bottom pane here, Bitcoin a couple months ago had signaled a potential bottom and right now could be, keyword there, could be reacting to that, trying to put in a bottom. From a relative strength indicator perspective, RSI here, we're in a neutral range. So none of that has changed. Bitcoin had been trading in this very tight trading range here, somewhere between about 85,000 and 94,000 per token. Last week was an important week. Last week with this green arrow, you can see Bitcoin had exited out of that range. This week, Bitcoin has subsequently tumbled back into that trading range, but it has steadied itself the last couple of days. Our assessment at this point, we're going to give a neutral score for Bitcoin. As you know, we score Bitcoin on a scale of 1 to 7. 4 is the midpoint, which would be neutral. We are scoring Bitcoin at a 4. Trends are negative, but have found a bottom and we're rising. Cycles are currently neutral, but had been signaling a potential upturn. RSI is neutral, and early indications that we're hopefully moving higher out of this trading range, but since we've settled back into it, we're going to go with a neutral rating. My gut feeling, which amounts for nothing, is that the path for least resistance going forward would be for Bitcoin to rise a bit further and to start another advance. But that is certainly not a foregone conclusion, and we'll see. I still have some faith from last week's breakout that we're in the beginning of a potential recovery in Bitcoin's price. Remember, Bitcoin was negative last year for the year after a very strong beginning. We could be at an opportunity for a year or even multi-year low. Certainly, if we break these levels at about 85,000, that would signal lower prices to come. So where we stand, cautiously optimistic, neutral rating, certainly wouldn't dissuade a long-term investor for establishing a long-term position here at these levels, well off multi-year highs. But in the meanwhile, let's tune in next week, see if Bitcoin can continue this potential move higher. And again, please visit us at grimesco.com. Please visit the YouTube page and subscribe and reach out to one of our financial advisors with any questions or to be connected to our investment team if you'd like to discuss this further. Thank you very much. It's safe trading out there. And stay warm if you're anywhere in the, I guess, upper 3/4 of our nation. Be well, America.